Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ankush and again welcome back to Learnomate Technologies. In our today's lecture, we'll try to understand about another important concept of data guard. We called it as a protection mode. So let's try to understand about protection mode. Okay. So whenever you configure a data guard setup, there will be three type of protection mode will be there. The first mode we called it as a maximum performance. Now what will happen in the maximum performance mode? So let's try to understand. See, let's take an example. This is my primary database. Okay. This is my primary database, or let me draw this on the top. Okay. So we are trying to understand about maximum performance protection mode. Performance. Okay. So here, let's take an example. This is my primary database where my database is already running. Let's say this is my database, which is my primary database. Consider a situation. I have one more database is there, which is my standby database. Now, here the user will be always getting connected to the primary side only. Let's take an example. There is a user one. He got connected to the primary database, and he is performing some sort of insert statement, right? So whenever he is performing any insert statement, the changes will be recorded into which file? Your online redo log files, right? So those changes will be recorded into the online redo log file, and from online redo log, those changes will be replicated. So LNS will send the changes, RFS will receive the changes, and those changes will be applied over here. This is a normal scenario. So what I mean to say here that the changes which are going from primary to the standby, the changes which are going from primary to the standby, there will not be any acknowledgement coming saying that, boss, we have received the changes. So what I mean to say, let's say you created a table here, you inserted a data, and there is no guarantee from the standby that whether the table has been created or not. There is no guarantee. So there is a chances that my standby database is not working. So do you think that in that case my changes will go to the standby? No, the changes will not go to the standby. But does that changes will be available in the primary? Yes, it will be available. So what I mean to say, whether my standby is running or not, whether my standby is running or not, the changes will come into the primary. The changes are getting replicated into the primary, and it will get committed also whether my standby is running or not. So it is like, if the standby is running, no problem. So the changes will be replicated to the primary as well as standby if it is running. If it is not running, still the changes will be there on the primary side. It may not be available on the standby side. So there will not be any impact. So this is called async mode. Async means you are not getting any confirmation from the standby whether the changes has been received or not. This is possible with the help of maximum performance. And this is your default protection mode. So yesterday we created our standby, right? Or today we completed that. So whenever you are going to create your data guard setup, by default it will be maximum protection mode. This is a default protection mode. So in maximum protection mode, so whether it is a faster or slower, it is faster. Why it is faster? Because primary doesn't need to wait to go for the second transaction, third transaction, even though my primary standby is running or not running. There is no. So there is another type of protection mode is there. We called it as a maximum availability. Availability. So what is this maximum availability? So maximum availability means, let's take an example. There is a user one. He is making some changes to the primary. He is making some changes to the primary. That changes should go into the standby side. Correct. Now assume a situation that the changes is going into the standby side, and he is sending a acknowledgement also. So this is not async. This is sync only. Means you are waiting for the transactions. You are waiting for the confirmation from standby side. Then and only then the commit will happen over here. What I mean to say, let's say I created a table. I inserted some data. That data will go to the standby side, and then the next transaction will start from here. So otherwise it will not do the commit will not happen. It means whatever table which are available on the primary, the same tables are available on the standby. That is, but what if there is no acknowledgement is coming? Just take an example. You inserted some data, the transactions are going to the standby side and there is no acknowledgement coming. Then what will happen? What will happen? Nothing will happen. Your maximum availability will be converted to the maximum. What is that first one we used? Performance. So whenever there is no acknowledgement coming, from the standby, it will behave like a maximum performance. And how maximum performance works? There is no waiting. He will not wait. So commit will happen. When the commit will happen? Whenever there is an acknowledgement is coming. Then third type of protection mode, we call it as a maximum protection. This is very dangerous. In maximum protection mode, first of all, it will be in sync mode only. What is meant by sync? You are expecting acknowledgement from your standby side. And let's take an example. There is no acknowledgement coming from the standby. Either anyone, see, we can have multiple standby, right? So you should get the acknowledgement from any one standby at least. Let's take an example. I'm not getting any acknowledgement from any one of the standby. Then the primary itself will shut down. What does it mean? The primary itself will kill himself. So which is the dangerous one? Maximum protection. This is very dangerous. So normally, very rarely I see that the people are going through the maximum protection. Most of the time, the people are using maximum performance and maximum availability. So maximum performance is, in terms of performance, it is very good, but you can have a data loss also. How the data loss will be there in maximum performance? Let's take an example. You created some table, you inserted some data, but that data is not going to the standby, and your database got crashed here. So does your standby has that data? No, there is no data available. In maximum availability, what will be there? The maximum availability performance wise, it is not good because you are expecting acknowledgement from your standby. That is the main problem. So these are the protection mode which you will see in real-time production environment, and it's quite easy. You can convert from one production mode to another production mode. That is possible. So I'll discuss this in the next video. But if you want to see all these things in the practical way, please reach out to the Learnomate team. We are starting a new batch of Oracle DBA again, which is very practical, and you can follow us on our Insta, LinkedIn, and you can join our WhatsApp group also. Thank you.